right, if you look down in here, we got the mount. I don't know if it's like an A-frame. It's a rubber mount. So we're gonna lower that whole arm down 6 inches. What we're actually gonna use is a Johnny joint. It's basically a rod end. It's got like nylon or polyurethane bushing inside there. And what it does is it's gonna give you 30 degrees rotation back and forth, and then up and down. Here you go. All right, now it should come down. That's pretty close to 6 right there. Nice. There's your joint. We have to get some way of mounting this up. Well, what I want to do is, what we're gonna do, on 1 1/4 inch tube, down this way, 45, over and back up. And I'm gonna do 2 of them. Maybe about 3, 4 inches apart from each other. And then on the bottom of it, I put a plate with two hangers coming down to hold on to this. So if you go like this, we'll kind of eyeball that up. Remember, this can be moved up and down, so it's not critical. I can actually go down more, I can go up more. And if you look, if I keep that, the bottom of those two, basically 2.5 inches, I'd be plenty good. So we're gonna do that. And I wanna start this off is I'm gonna measure from the center of this tube to the center of this tube. Now this is 2-inch tube. This is 1 3/4 going into 2-inch. So I'm gonna measure from the center to the center. And that'll give me 32 inches right on the money. All right, I got a piece of cardboard. And I got a 35mm sock. That was to measure 2 inches, pretty much right on the money. I'll draw a circle representing 1 tube. From the center of that tube to the center of that tube is 32 inches. Lined up. It's good. It's good. I'll make a little mark here. That. Center this up. Draw another circle. This represents the tubes like this, going this way. Come to the bottom of this, mark off 2.5 inches down. Over here, mark another 2.5. We'll make a line. So now we know we want our tubes to come down like this, go across here and back up. And this will be the bottom of our little support we're making. What I got here is I got a demo of 1 1/4 inch. I'll place it on here and I'll try to get this centered in between here. At the same time, making the bottom level. I'll make a line right here. Just to make it nice to see. We'll just actually outline it. So it's pretty much the bottom of the tube. Do the same thing over here. Right there, on this line. I'll just mark this off, this. We'll measure in between these two. We got 15 5/8. Stick it in there, wanna make sure that their seam is up. Raise this up. And so what we're gonna do is take that line right there, 12 inches, we'll put it right on this spot right here. Snug her up. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on here. Take this right here, put it on your die, do it out. And over here we're gonna see 90 degrees. So we'll move this till it's 90. So now when we make our bend, this is gonna stay true to this. It's gonna stay perpendicular to this. Okay? And when we spin it around, we'll know that both of them are plumb with one another. And we got this tightened up. Got it right on our line. First we gotta get rid of the slack. See the slack in there? Get rid of the slack. No more slack. We're gonna set this to 0 degrees. Right? Got rid of all our slack. We're gonna bend this to 45 degrees. Spin this around. Now, if you remember that line, we had 15 and 5/8. I'm gonna put me right about here. I'm gonna line that up with this. Okay, now we know this is true to this. We'll put this back on here. Put it on here. Zero it out. Put it on here. We'll get that to 90 degrees. Check this out. Better work, man. My name is Oren. There's our piece. We'll go over here and we'll see how it works. All right, line it up. Yeah, we did. It's sitting pretty flat. I'm on cardboard right now. Let's go there and actually go there. That looks pretty good. Make sure our flat here. We're in the middle here and we're in the middle there. We'll mark this like this. And then this like this. Now we know where to cut both of them. All right. Okay, after much playing around, we're not gonna notch that. I decided just to move it over to here. I got these all the same, every one of them. So we're gonna tack these on here. This is close. Still gonna work. Not like that. Just might have to lower this a hair more. Must be break time. I just took a break, but we'll take another one. I don't really shut you off. In order to get in here to weld, I'm gonna cut this off here and here. We'll figure out what we're gonna do afterwards. I'd better get this out of the way now before I put the bars in there. All right, so I'm just gonna reciprocate this out and cut it out. We got 2 7/8, 2 7/8. This side came out really nice. This side, we're doing some filling. Oh well, we'll make it happen. Put all these boards in here just to keep them separated by 1.5 inches, which seems to be perfect. All right, I got that all welded in. Piece of 3-inch will work perfect right in between there. I got some here. I got some 1/4 inch, 3 inches wide. So this will fit in there perfect. Thinking roughly about a 6-inch piece. Should be just plenty. All right, I got my plates all cut and ground. What I did, went from the center to here. You remember earlier it was 32 inches. Cut it in half, got 16 inches. Plates are 6 inches. Measured that, 3 inches, and that's where our center line's gonna be. Our rear airframe. I'm gonna weld these up and we'll get right back. All right, now I wanna make the 2 mounts. Something like that. Give me enough room on top. So what I'll do is Measure over 2.5 inches and I'll cut 2 of them. I cut my 2 pieces, clean them up a little bit. And these are gonna mount underneath like this. This is gonna go on an A-frame like I said before. So it's basically gonna get sandwiched in between here. Just like that. But what I was thinking, I'm just gonna chop little corners off just to make it look a little nicer. It's not too sharp of an edge. Oh, if you ever used these before, the cookies, these ones right here, very nice for polishing. They'll shine it right up. You can take some stainless steel, it's real rough on the edges. Take this, go over it real lightly, smooth. I mean, not a baby's butt, but close. Well, I think about it, I should have went a little wider with it. Just having these 2 dangle on there, it's not very strong. So now what I'm thinking is, instead of putting these in the center, I move these over this way and down just a hair. And I'll put this one on here like this. And I'll add a piece right in here. Line that up nice. Make sure I got enough room to put a piece in here. No rubbing. Probably good there. So we know that this is good here. Just gonna mark this like that. Got sort of a line here. So I have to take this measurement. And that is a little over 7/8. Do the same thing here. And that could be where my hole goes. Like that. We're gonna clamp these 2 together. We're gonna put 2 tacks, one here and here, just to keep it together when I go drill my holes, so it won't come apart. I got my brackets made up. What I did is I took the inner part of a joint of the other one, which is the exact same size as this side. I actually mic'd it up. So this will actually go like this on the cart. It's gonna sit like that. I'm gonna cut a piece to go right in here. Measure this. We got 2 13/16. I'll put a piece 2 13/16. I got my piece made up, so I want it. Not quite towards the end. I'm gonna tack it up. I'll pull these all apart, both sides. All right, now we're getting ready to set this up. Notice I put bobs on here. Found the center where I want to be. It's all right height. Got my bob here. Got it in the center of the tire. I put 2 straps in the back just to keep the in the line. Got the exact same spot on this side, and I set my bob up here. As you can see, it's pretty square. So we got this piece right here, the Johnny joint, and that's gonna sit in here like this. This is gonna go here. I'm gonna kind of eyeball this left to right. I'm not so worried about that yet. What I'm more worried about is this way, making sure we're center. We'll take a vice grips and we'll clamp this on. This. All right. I'm gonna measure a piece from here to here. I'm gonna cut that piece of 2 inch I got laying around. 4 3/8. So I'm gonna cut a piece 4 3/8. We'll stick it in there. Probably have to lower this down a little bit. All right, I got my piece cut. Now what I wanna do is find the center piece, the center to this. Measure over 1 inch. Mark it. Same thing here. Mark it. Draw a line. gonna drill 2 holes here and here. That way we have little puddle welds. We got it centered right in the center of that hole, which is actually where the bolt that the original pivot was, and that's in the center of that. Okay, between the top of this and the bottom of this is exactly 1 inch. I'm gonna make a piece to go in along here. So I'll measure in between here and here. 5 1/8 will give me like 5 1/16. Bring it up a little bit. Let's see how she works. There she goes. All right. Oh, funny. All right, good old faithful. Okay, I've got a couple tacks in here. Now I can get this off here. I don't burn my clamp. And then we'll weld here too. Get it all nice and welded in. Oh, got the clamp. That ain't gonna go nowhere. That's on there. All right, now what you gotta do, I wanna find center on here. And I already know that this is what, 16 inches or 32 inches? From center to center, right there. So I'm gonna mark 16 right here. I'm gonna take a square, like this. Line it up with that. I'll mark this down here. Do the same thing up here. I'm gonna go on the outside of this, which is 3 3/16. We'll call it 3 1/4 for now. We'll just call it 3 1/4. How's that? Which is 1 9/16 or 1 5/8. And I'll come over here. 1 5/8. There, just go here. 1 5/8. 1 9. Okay, we already know that this is 1 7/8. Set this up to 1 7/8. I want to give myself room to be able to pull it out. We don't screw up. We have 3/8. All right, so screw this in. And it's not going to screw in now, so I have to lower this. When I'm all done, I'll put some nevers. Ooh, I'm sorry. There, is that better? All right. When I'm all done, I'll put never seeds on here. And we know this goes like this. And of course it's high. Just go in here like that. I'm gonna go raise this up. It touches like that. Find center from here to here. This is 3 and a little over 1/4. If we just, so that's 1 5/8. Need about here. That goes line up with. Have to line that up with that. Yeah, I want to put a tack right here, and I'll take that out and straighten it all out. Just to make it that much more stable, I'm gonna cut a little piece. I'm gonna put it in right like that. Just gives that a little extra. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? A little extra. Clean this up. All right, let that cool off. We'll see how it lines up. Don't worry about that. All right. Oh, nice. Look at that. I'll put the double washer here for now. Nice. See if it goes on its own wheels. It's out of here. It's gonna go on its own. There it is. Oh yeah. All right. Just want to make sure that we're still lined up here. That looks perfect. Right on the money. And this. Oh yeah. Look at that.